if it's just made of wooden wheels. Heck, take the whole appliance and wooden wheels things out of there. Let's say you have a legit generator that can somehow connect to itself to power itself. That's still impossible. It violates the laws of thermodynamics. And unless there's some magical discovery that mankind has yet to decipher, there's no getting around this roadblock. Now, many of you are probably using common sense and going, duh, and that's because you've had life experiences, right? You have to fill your car with gas when it runs out of gas. You have to recharge your phone. When you kick a soccer ball, it eventually stops rolling. Heck, you even have to sleep at night to recharge your body. Just through life experiences, you realize energy moves from one place to another. You can't have infinite power. But let's have some fun. I don't like to merely say the claims are impossible. I like to explain why. So why are Ray's claims impossible? Let's talk about the physics behind them. Take a look at this spinning fidget toy. When you spin it, you expect it to eventually stop spinning, right? Why does this happen? First, let's ask ourselves, where does the energy to spin the toy come from? It comes from our hands, swinging and hitting the toy. Now it's spinning. And the second question is, where does that energy go? There's energy spinning this thing right now, but it has to go somewhere. That's where the first law of thermodynamics comes into play. The first law says energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred from one place to another. That's just how the universe, as we know it today, works. And unless you're God, you probably don't have a say in this. The energy is transferred from my hand to the spinner toy, but the toy won't spin forever because forces are acting upon it, namely friction and air resistance. The bearings inside the spinner experience friction. As wheels rub together, the kinetic energy of the spinner is transferred to energy and sound energy. And once the spinner runs out of energy, it will stop spinning, and it won't start again unless acted upon by an outside force. This applies to other contexts too, like the bearings inside a large motor. No motor can generate enough energy to power itself because no motor is 100% efficient. Energy will be lost in the transfer as it's altered into heat energy and sound energy. Now, when you look into this self-sustaining or unlimited power source topic, you may hear about perpetual motion devices, but keep in mind these things don't exist either. Even the famous drinking bird, which at a glance seems like it could rock back and forth indefinitely, still needs energy to keep working. The water, in a way, acts like its fuel source, its power source. If I take away the water, the beak will soon dry up, the evaporation will stop, and the motion will stop, because this knick-knack relies on evaporation to affect the chemicals and pressure inside the body, which affect the bird's balance. You've probably seen ads for those forever spin tops, and although they look cool and they have forever in the name, they can't spin forever too. Even their website says that they'll last for many minutes, because eventually they will succumb to friction and just fall over. In fact, the only way I can think of that perpetual motion actually makes sense is when you're talking about booze. Start with 3 to 4 mint leaves, add ounce of Baijiu, 1 ounce of Saint Germain, 2 ounces of blood orange puree, add ice, shake, and strain over fresh ice. This cocktail, go check out his channel and just look at those vintage computers. So what next? Let's take a look at their website. But super quick, I want to thank Windows on Windows and Shaman 007 for helping me research parts of this episode. You guys are great. Thank you very much. All right, website time. The homepage of the website autoplays the sales video with the headline, "This crazy 45-year-old geography teacher in Memphis, Tennessee believed he could change the energy world, and somehow he did it." The video does not show a scrubber, so it prevents you from fast forwarding, which is a trait commonly associated with VSLs. They don't want you skipping parts. But if we examine the source code, we can see this video is from an unlisted YouTube upload. And it has this amazing thumbnail. Sent off. This offer will only appear once. Spoiler alert. It appeared more than once. Wait! By clicking out of this page, you'll forfeit the chance to learn about an amazing solution. Yeah, maybe, but I can just go back later, using my modern internet web browser technology. To give them credit, the annoying pop-ups actually gave me a legitimate discount, which I did put in my cart, so we'll talk about that later. Also, I noticed this website uses another Benson trick, the magic buy button.
I was the guy that created the magic buy button, which is now built into a lot of video applications, which is where at a certain time in video, anything video, and then everything else underneath it.
The landing page with the video will not show a buy button until a set amount of time passes. In this case, 7 minutes. And I think this trick is used to try to get people to convert video longer, because you're not faced with some sort of commitment to buy anything right away. It doesn't come up until later, after you're more psychologically invested in the video and in the story. So we've seen the whole, and now we've seen this thing, right? Yeah, I went ahead and bought one. At least I tried to. The discount did actually apply to my cart, but every time I clicked pay now, I had an error saying my payment was declined. I tried with 2 different cards and none of them worked. I tried again in a few days, nothing worked. I emailed their tech support twice and never back. So I think we're never going to see this product. Maybe it doesn't exist.
Your satisfaction is really important to us.
Give up. I wanted to research the internet to see if anyone else bought this thing. So I looked up videos, I looked up images, but I could never find a single page shown from this so-called guide. And I didn't see anybody with their own makeshift generator in their house. All I could find were other fake reviews with really bad speech voiceover.
Hi, my name is Jones, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the Quick Power system before you buy the product.